Camp Winnie.
Caravan versus motorhome. This is a common question that's often asked. However, I just would like to clarify that this is not the first time that we've travelled around in an RV. About 15 years ago, we had a little Viscount Caravan. I think it was like a 13-foot caravan, which we modified, did up for a little while. After that, we upgraded to a Jayco Sterling with an F250 truck, and oh boy, that had some grunt. And now we've got our beautiful motorhome. So I can actually give an opinion on both caravan and motorhome, and I must say we love our motorhome. Here's why. We've seen it all. We've seen F-trucks, Dodge Rams, buses converted into motorhomes, massive big American motorhomes, zip-bang vans, camper trailers, tents, farm tractors, motorbikes with sidecars, motorbikes with trailers, you name it, we have seen it all. The price, even with an old motorhome, holds its value. With COVID how it is, no one's travelling overseas, motorhomes are quite expensive. And this is because they're a truck. Unlike having a tow vehicle and a caravan, your motorhome has the truck built in. So that cost is factored in when purchasing a motorhome. We are seeing so many motorhomes out there, and the amount we're seeing on the road has surprised us greatly. We were recently in an RV spot in Bundaberg, and 70% were motorhomes. Small motorhomes, medium motorhomes, large motorhomes, buses, old and new. We weren't the oldest one on the block. There was a couple in our era, or our vintage, should I say. So what's better, a caravan or a motorhome? It really is personal choice. We really love the motorhome because of the convenience of it. We can pull up in any car park, Woolies, shopping centres, main streets, and never have any issues with parking. It's like we just need a car spot and we zip in. We can do U-turns, we can go on bush trails, we can go in narrower areas, and it's really good. Sure, we've got to worry about our height, but all in all the people that we speak to that have a motorhome, particularly our size, we're all for the ease and zippiness of having a motorhome versus a caravan being towed by a car. You always need to look out for longer caravan spots or trailer parking when you're in a van, especially in local towns. The thing I like about it as well is that I can drive it on my car license. I don't need a truck license. So when you're upgrading to something bigger, you need to keep in mind that you will require a higher license other than a Class C driver's license. But for us, yeah, at any time I can jump in the driver's seat and take over, and I do. Setting up the van takes no time, 10 minutes tops, and that's just winding up the aerial, opening the windows, shuffling around a few chairs, maybe putting out the awning, and up on ramps. Versus a caravan that we've spoken to people that it can take up to an hour, sometimes more, by the time you're putting your stabilizers out, unhitching, reversing it in the right spot. It's so convenient in a motorhome, and if the weather's bad outside, you do not even need to get out. You just open the curtains, jump in the back, boom, you're done. So it's much more convenient, especially in bad weather. Also, if you're somewhere where you feel a little uneasy, or you've set up camp and you're unsure about this spot and you decide you'd like to leave, again, do not have to go outside and hitch up. You just jump straight in the truck cab, off you go. Most motorhomes are fitted with everything you could possibly need. A lot of caravan parks, free camp spots, and national parks require you to have a grey water tank fitted. A lot of people are still just putting the bucket underneath their caravans, but we've noticed with motorhomes, they're fitted with everything. It's so convenient. It has not stopped us from going anywhere. Ours has grey water tank, black water tank, our toilet. We have all plumbing for shower, toilet, kitchen sink. It's fitted with a TV, antenna. It's got everything. Of course, we upgraded the electrical system. Thanks, Rob. And we travel great guns. We've got solar panels, inverters, battery chargers, you name it. we've got it and we love it. The other good point for us is that Shannon is mechanically minded, so he does all the servicing on our truck, which has saved us a lot of money in travelling around. We haven't had to once book it in for a service, and only the one time did we need to take it to a diesel mechanic to sort out some gizmo underneath, some plug. Anyway, Shannon would know the technical term. But my point being is that it's very handy having Shannon being able to do all our services. It's saved us a fortune. We can't go a lot of places that a Land Cruiser can go because they can go four-wheel driving and we're a two-wheel drive. However, the one thing we might change next time round would be that we would put off-road tyres on our motorhome, and that would help with grip when we're in a lot of unsealed areas or dirt roads, even sand. We've taken this motorhome to a lot of places, and you would have seen in previous videos. We've been on the beach, we've been in the forest, we even got bogged. So a little grippier tyres will come in handy next time. However, we still go to a lot of places. Sure, we didn't tackle the Gibb River Road, and would we have wanted to? Maybe. It might be an option one day in the future. However, in this type of motorhome, we have managed to get in so many places that we never thought we would be able to. Especially with me, when we first left home, I thought we'd be a tar baby all the way, but it's not so. The tar's boring. My goodness, we've been in so many exciting places and we just have so much fun. Let's not forget where the Leyland brothers used to go with their combi. My goodness. Back in the 70s and 80s, when our grandparents were towing caravans and driving interstate on road trips, our roads weren't great back then. And there was no such thing as an off-road caravan, a semi-off-road caravan. They were just tar baby caravans, yet everybody still travelled to the places that they did and went on the roads that they travelled in. So you can only imagine with today's vans, they've gotten so much better with semi-off-road and full off-road vans and a lot more capabilities with vanning today. Another consideration with motorhomes is, I don't know how many times I've heard people say, oh, you're in a motorhome though. What happens if you forget the bread and milk? Come on, people. Everybody plans their groceries before you head into campsite, even if you're in a caravan. We have never forgotten the bread and milk once, and if we run short on supplies as such, we carry wraps and long life milk. And trust me, we have not failed to have milk on our cereal or wraps for lunch any day that we've travelled so far in this 8 months. A lot of people will say, oh, but I prefer to unhook a car and drive off. And sure, some of the bigger motorhomes are towing cars, and at times I think, yeah, that would be nice. However, we've put our 4 bikes on the back, and when we need to, we pop them off and just go for a ride into town or just a sightsee. Shannon would, however, like to put a little dirt bike on the back. So who knows, future travels, our bikes might be gone and the dirt bike might be on the back. Another thing I have noticed being an advantage for a motorhome is you've always got your house with you. We go out and sightsee and pull up in the main street of town, and we can always go back to the van for lunch, for drinks, to get changed, to go to the toilet if you can't find one. It's so convenient. We spent a day out with friends one time and they were in their car and we were in our motorhome, and they had to pre-pack their lunches. We've even gone out on day trips, out on boats and catamarans and all sorts, and I've had to think ahead, what do we need to take today? Drinks, lunch, sunscreen. Quite inconvenient. I've just gotten so used to having our home on wheels that I don't even give it a second thought that we've left something behind. So when we pull up in a main street, it's just a backpack, bottle of water, some hats, camera, and off we go. At any point, we can always turn around and come back and get a beach towel or change into some swimwear if we need to. So very, very convenient. So I guess you can make your opinion, and like I mentioned at the start of this video, is that it's up to the individual. It really, really is. It's a bit like homeschooling. Do I do homeschooling, distance ed, or unschooling? It's one of those questions. It really depends on where you want to go as a traveller, and the type of equipment you want to drive or tow. So pretty much that's just our opinion, but we love the motorhomes. Love it. Wouldn't go back to a van. So there you have it. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below or send me a message. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I'm sure I've left off a bunch of stuff, but hopefully that's the main points on what our opinions are travelling in a caravan versus motorhome. Until next time, see you later. I think that's all, Jess. Yippity yippa. That's all, folks.